Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Zishan One and you are watching How One Works. So friends, today we are going to talk about the recruitment process, the hiring criteria, and the other related questions that my friends from LinkedIn and other social media platform keep asking. And as I mentioned earlier, I have never been part of HR or the recruitment team. So I'm not going to name any companies that I have worked for or that I recommend you apply. But this video is going to address in general the sector that I have been working ever since I started my professional career, which is business process outsourcing, or you can call it call center industry, you can call it telesales, telemarketing, tele customer services, client success. But I'm going to list down all the companies, their career portals in the description of this video. So stay tuned and keep watching How One Works. So let's get to it. Now, whenever we are applying for a job, and again, I particularly mentioned the business process or call center industry or customer services because my experience has been in this very sector. First and foremost thing which we undervalue, a lot of us, including myself, is actually to create a killing, stunning cover letter. Now, we know we all live in this digital age and we underestimate or undervalue the importance of cover letter. But nowadays, all the leading companies, when you apply on the job portal, they ask about the cover letter, though in different words, like they probably will ask you to introduce yourself, or to probably tell why you are a good fit for the company. So you'll have to have a killing cover letter. I'll add a sample in the description of this video, but you can always take an idea and add that cover letter, make it relevant to your skill set, to your past experiences, and to your own systems that you have learned so far during your experience. So the next process or the next step, once you have created a killing cover letter for yourself as per the job requirement, and again explaining your own previous experiences, the systems that you have worked for, the system that you have learned so far, either through job or in university or college, you'll have to mention those in cover letter. The next step would be creating a resume. Yes, I pronounced it right. It's resume, not resume, or you can call it CV. There is difference. We're not going to dig deep into that. But while creating your CV, your resume, keep one thing in mind that I learned very hard way. Always keep it one pager. Yes, you heard it right. One page CV only. Now, once you are creating your resume, and again, I am going to add a few samples of my own resume and some other professionals, what they list on their CV, how you can actually confine things on one page. And I'll also actually include link of a platform or a forum or a website that I'm not going to name in the video, but I'll add the link in the description where you can actually design your CV using very good templates that are up to date and that are very professional. While creating your CV, it's very important to list down your soft skills as well as your technical skills. And I have read many articles, I've talked to recruiters for the companies that I have applied for after getting selected, once I was part of the company. They always stress, they always focus on your soft skills, what you have learned so far in college, what you have learned so far in your degree, in your university. That would come handy later on once you are in the company. But they are mainly going to focus on how good you are at communication, how well you can express yourself in written words, and then how confidently you can express yourself in the interview. So always list down your soft skills on your CV. Now, in your objectives or in your mission statement, you'll have to list down the things that you have worked and then the systems that you have used so far. And again, I'm talking about the experienced professionals here who already have experience in this very field. So if you have used any CRMs, if you have used any ticket resolution softwares, do list that in the very first objective statement or in your mission statement. Always list down your soft communication skills and the systems that you have used or learned so far. Now, of course, I'm talking about the experienced professionals who have worked in this industry, who have used CRMs, who have used ticket resolution systems. List those so the recruiter will know that you are already trained, and the company that you are aiming to get hired in will not have to invest a lot of time training you on the systems. They obviously are going to train you about their SOPs, about their internal systems, their internal communication, but it's very important that they know you already know something. Now, once you have listed all that, I would recommend to start with listing your experiences, starting from the very recent one or the company that you are currently working, and then go in a descending order. And then once you are done listing your experiences, list your education. There are certainly different opinions on either to list, all the degrees that you have from school, your intermediate, and college, and then university. I personally just prefer listing my last degree that I have completed, and just listing the university name, the GPA, even that doesn't matter. That's my personal opinion, humble opinion. You can list down your GPA if you would like to, but always list down the discipline or the faculty or the subjects that you have studied at university. Now, once you have done that, always list your contact number, your email, and if you have a LinkedIn account, always mention that. If you have your own website or a blog, you can write that too. That gives a very good impression. Now that you have designed your CV, once you apply for the job, you'll have to submit the cover letter and your CV. I would personally recommend not adding a picture on CV, but that's your own choice. I heard mixed opinion from recruiters. Some prefer seeing your face on your resume. Others are not concerned at all. So it's again up to you if you want to add your picture on it. As far as the physical address is concerned, you can mention your city name and your country, because nowadays remote is the new normal. So you probably are applying for a company that is not physically located in Pakistan or in your country of origin, and you're applying for a company, so they need to know what part of world you are located in. So once you have designed your CV, now the next part comes is applying online for the job that you're looking for. Now comes a very important part that is going to tell a lot about you, because it's going to show how much effort you put in while applying for the job in your dream company. Well, a lot of people, including myself, would think using easy apply on LinkedIn for a job is okay, and at times it is okay. But think this way: if you're not putting effort by creating an account on their career portal and filling out all the information and making sure you are interested in the company, even if you do not get selected for that particular role, what the recruiter is going to think about you? So I personally recommend, and that's because of my experience, to always go on the company website, search out the role, the responsibilities, the job description, create your account on their career portal, and then apply online on the job website, on the company website. A lot of companies, and again, I'm not going to name them, but they use a third-party career portal where you'll have to create an account, which is going to become handy even when you apply for other positions later on down the lane in the future. So I would recommend always apply online using the company website, create your account, list in everything, including your cover letter, your updated resume, your updated contact information, active email, and make sure that you have gone through the job description, what the company expects, what is their background, what do they sell, what services they provide, so that when the call gets okay to reach out to you, you already know at hand what company is reaching out to you and what they are expecting out of you. Now, once you have applied online after creating accounts, submitting your CV, entering your cover letter and whatnot, you'll have to wait for the email from recruiter. Now, a lot of conventional companies, they still take the old way where you apply online and then you get an email or a call from recruiter, and they conduct your first interview, a phone screening, and then they invite you for either on-site or a virtual interview. But the companies that are working globally, they have added this extra step, which is called test or assessment. Now, a lot of people, including myself, might disagree that one assessment or test is not enough to determine if you're capable and if you have the right skills and if you are the right fit for the company. And I totally agree and respect your opinion, but that's how they perform, that's how they operate. So you will get a link for assessment or a test that you'll have to submit within the next 1 to 2 days. Now, this assessment can be a pretty short one, like a 15 minutes, or a very lengthy one for up to 90 minutes, a couple of hours, depending on which role you're applying and which company you're applying to. I'll make a new video, a completely different video explaining what kind of different assessments can be offered that needs to be completed by the candidates. And again, I'll keep that to my own profession, which is business development or telesales or customer services. We'll cover that in a separate video, but you'll have to attempt and pass the assessment before someone from the company reaches out to you and conducts your interview. Now, one mistake that a lot of people do, including myself, and I am guilty as charged, we start reaching out to people in the company once we have applied online, and we ask them for the reference, which at times probably can work because some companies have internal referral system where the existing employees can refer their friends or family or people they know, like acquaintances, for the job roles that they prefer or the job role that they think are good or suitable for their friends who are applying. But if you're reaching out to someone that you don't know, either from your previous company, from your university, or from your college, I would recommend not to reach out, especially to recruiters, because that is going to piss them off. So it's very unprofessional at times. Once you have applied and you have submitted assessment, just start reaching out to people to refer you. Now, as you already have applied, it's all set. You'll have to sit back tight and wait for the recruiter to reach out to you for the interview. Now, the next step is going to be your interview, which at times for these very companies I'm going to list in the description is going to be virtual, because most of them, they work globally. They're probably not physically located in Pakistan at all, or even if they are, they probably would not invite you for on-site interview. They will just complete the hiring process through one last or maybe a couple of or maybe 3 virtual interviews. Now, we'll make a new video explaining the details for tips on how to actually express yourself in the right manner for a successful interview. There is no such thing as 100% perfection for interview. It mainly depends on the job role, the company, and then the experience level that you have. But one thing that has to be considered and that has to be made sure is whenever either it's on-site or it's virtual, you'll have to dress professionally. Choose an environment which is calm, which is soundproof, or if not soundproof, at least you do not have background noises. Use a good headset to get heard and to hear them precisely, to express yourself clearly, and always dress formally or semi-formally, like business casually, because first impression lasts. So friends, that was it for today. If you think this is going to help you in the future applications in your dream company, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and keep watching How One Works.